confusion is okay. So, in a society where people tend to value people with expertise and knowledge, it can seem like it's a bad thing to not understand something or for something to be just utterly confusing. However, this is something that comes up again and again in our lives, and I could I could say it's almost like a law of nature, so to speak, that if you don't feel much confusion or a lack of understanding, unless you're awakened, so to speak, but then you're probably deluding yourself because life is just confusing. So people who tend to feel like life is simple and other people just don't get it, like those people tend to live in their own little simple model of reality that is usually very off base from the way things are. Uh, they have their own narrative that they layer on top of reality, and it suits them. But once shit hits the fan, so to speak, then you know that's when an existential crisis can happen because that model just crumbles under the complexity of the way life can appear. So basically, if we're gonna try to understand or even just start to scratch the surface of some of the deeper questions that have plagued humanity for forever, um, we should expect to encounter a lot of confusion, right? And the more that we learn about the world and science and history and philosophy and psychology and all of these things, we'll find that a lot of what we intuitively thought was incorrect, and that life is much more counterintuitive. So, in this process of inquiring into life, it's good to embrace and allow confusion and to not be embarrassed. Honestly, this is a process that can humble you too, which is a great way to develop your character too. So, um, but anybody, it's funny because we think about the people out there who are geniuses or they're very smart, and they're astrophysicists or they're philosophers or whatever they are, mathematicians or whatever, and we assume that they're so smart, but they must feel very confused on a regular basis because what they're trying to do is to push the limits of their understanding, and they're trying to discover discover new truths. They're exploring a new frontier, and you can bet that if you're exploring a new frontier, or anybody is, it's going to be confusing and bewildering sometimes. So just look at it that way. If you're feeling confused and you're feeling like you don't understand something new, um, you're exploring a new frontier for you. So it's all relative. You're that scientist. You're that philosopher. You're that psychologist. You're just on your level. You're doing it on your own level. It's relative. The difficulty and what is considered a new frontier is relative. So instead of just like trying to be somebody who knows the truth, somebody who appears to be intelligent or whatever, and pretending to know what you don't know, just embrace the confusion and in a socially acceptable manner, I would say, but generally speaking, the people who are admit and aren't in denial about their own lack of knowledge and understanding, these people are generally more wise, because it's a little more foolish, if you ask me, to say that you know something that you don't know. And you'll attract people who are also more authentic and genuine, and who are displaying more wisdom. And you'll sort of separate the wheat from the chaff, so to speak, by being genuine and authentic yourself. So, yeah, the lesson of this video is, don't make confusion into something negative, especially when you're pushing yourself. If you're learning something new, embrace it. It's a feeling and an experience that comes along when you're pushing yourself. So that's a good sign. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button. If you know anybody who might like this, then please share it. If you have anything you want to say, then please comment down below. And if you want to get notifications whenever I drop new content, then hit that little bell button. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.